What if I told you we had a person, an NFL star, that had 27 operations? He's spoken to every major guru out there to help him. We're talking about longevity in the NFL and what can be done. What can we do to support these athletes that can lead into veterans with trauma and everything else? You're not going to miss the story. You're not going to believe it.
I make sure I come and see him a couple times a year because of 10 years in the NFL and 4 more years in college at Stanford. There's lots of me that has to be put back together, but my driving force and motivation is 8 kids and 12 grandchildren, so we're getting it and we're about it, and we're keep trying to make it happen. Big man out at the Raiders when I tested out from all the other different things that are going on. So you saw my report today, which is slightly above a C, but that was outstanding for 7,000 plays in the NFL.
I don't know anyone that had more bumps, bruises, surgery than Brian Holloway. So it's just a testament that he's doing so well.
Yeah, not many are smiling now. Not many can smile. Yeah, or laughing. They don't. No one laughs. No one. No big man laughs once they hit.
55, I know that probably.
Bro, in 4 years I'll be 70. Can you believe that?
What if I told you the average linebacker or lineman in the NFL has until he's about 55 until he's completely gone? This is a known number. It's been thrown around with so many concussions, and these guys don't get a break. And it's sad to see what's happened to these people. And I met Brian Holloway in January of 2022. And he had spoken to every major guru on recovery and health, but his health was in dire straits. Over the years, Brian Holloway has worked with every guru. And guess what? He chose me to be the first guy to bring common sense back into longevity and health. Today, when I met Brian Holloway, I realized he was 370 pounds. 3 years later, guess what? He's lost 135 pounds and he's kept it off all these years. It wasn't about just diet and exercise. It was about mindset. And Brian Holloway is one of the top guys in the world in leadership. I call Brian a total marvel. And it was important for me to give him access to this technology so that he can recover. Brian Holloway is not just a professional athlete in the NFL. Brian is just an amazing human being on this earth that has not only done well in professional sports, but has taken even further. Fortune 500 companies have Brian speak to their employees. Brian was a VP of the Players Association. He's done so much to help players. It was important for him to come check me out, to see what I was doing, to see if he can pull this technology and help professional athletes and veterans, people with PTSD, with TBI, brain concussions, you name it. This is the type of technology that people could be using to enhance the recovery without side effects.
Can you put things in perspective again? We talked about Pam and how we met. Can you talk about some of the things that over the years that you had issues with because of all the blunt traumas?
Sure.
The average lineman, how long does the average lineman live after an NFL career?
Well, when you're going into the NFL, you literally know you're walking in and you're going to take 10 years off your life. Okay, it is a big place, and walking across that line, you have to make a big decision early on because there is that tremendous cost. We never knew the amount of what that cost was. We know a lot more now because it's like 30 years later. But literally, you can go, and that's why we call all the ball players to go get their brain and neuro testing done. Because in a game, a lineman, you see the big explosive hits on the field. Yes, those are serious. But a lineman will hit a ball player with his head 3 times on each play. That's not unusual. So that's over 300 times a game. And over the week, they've hit each other in the head. And so 300 times during the game. And you figure 3,000 hits during the week getting prepared for the game. So multiply that over a season. Yes, a ball player will get over 1,000 concussions in his entire career. Way over 1,000 concussions. That's a lot.
That's startling because all those NFL players, most of them started when they were kids.
Yeah.
It's year after year after year of this abuse, it's doing the thing they love. On the flip side of that, the sheer damage and of cellular structure, bones, ligaments, and you had a knee operation as well.
Yep, knee operation, knee replacement, tore the ACL, broke my right ankle, broke my left ankle, had operation there, had bilateral meniscectomies at Stanford, hand operations. I mean, that's part of it. And one of the things that was part of the style that I played was I never missed a play. In 7,000 snaps, I never missed a play. And even with all those injuries, that's part of the constitution and the strength and the focus and the intensity of my approach to the game and the frequency, the level that I was playing at. And then you understand why it's so important to be able to get even better sleep. That's why I love your MedBed covers, bro, because I mean, they're incredible. I know the most important part was the restoration, to heal and sleep. That was incredibly helpful. It was incredibly helpful when you sit there and showed me, look, let's take some of that toxic energy out of your body, some of the frequencies, and you showed my hand, and I was like, what? And then I laid it on that MedBed cover, and then there wasn't anything there. And I said, that's really great. That's really great. I said, tell me more. And then, Brian, you need to go outside and you take your shoes off and stand in the earth so you can decharge your body up the top. And I was like, yes, because I knew, I understand it, I got it. I said, Brian, you need to drink more of these teas. You drink them, because I said, look, I want to be more hydrated. And he says, and I said, well, can I put a little sugar in them? He said, no, don't put any sugar in them. And so it's been great being able to call you up and be able to ask and to just hyper alkaline the body, and then to be able to get outside and just regenerate and to move. And I like moving, I like exercise, I like working out, but there was other things I needed to add that are so essential to living a super high performance life at another level. And part of this is to bring a whole, like I said, a whole different frequency, a whole different quantum level, because, you know, there's a certain reality when you go out to the AMN clinic and they go out and check out your brain for any brain damage or anything going on. And he showed me they're the top in the country, bro. And then they showed me, I said, see, they showed me the front of my brain. I said, look, there's nothing going on there. There's nothing, I'm absolutely fine. I said, oh, that's just the first 2 pages. I said, well, there's more. I said, yeah. And then they showed me the back of my brain, and I didn't know what to say. I said, that's from when your collision hits the front of your brain and your brain slams into the back of your skull. And there was a 40% damage that was done. And he says, we need to get you some treatment. We need to take a look at that. But what astonishes all of them, they said, we want to do a study with you. I said, why? Because you're the #1 highest performing ball player that we've ever seen. Because you've had this level of damage and you have access and awareness at such a high level despite the damage. And they said, Brian, tell me some of the things, teach me some of the things that you've done. And so part of it is always seeking new and more information about health and re-energizing. And so that's why I just raced to find out what you knew. And the more I studied, the more I learned, the more I understood that there was, okay, let me bring the nutrition there. Let me bring another level lifestyle there. Let me get out and get decharged and get out in connection with the earth. And let my communication level go up to a whole different level, me talking to myself. And meeting you and listening and learning and using the sauces have been extremely helpful. Extremely. I've never had some injuries heal so fast as using the STR, the C60, and I really appreciate that. It was astonishing, but I understood it.
Wouldn't it be great to have access to this type of technology so people could feel better, recover faster, put a smile on their face? The last thing I heard is that when players leave the NFL, they very few of them can even smile or even laugh. It isn't that sad. So with this technology, Brian Holloway has entrusted me with his health, and you've seen gurus helping famous celebrities, but you've never seen anything like this. Let's find the most major severe celebrities with health issues and send them our way. We believe with this answer, very low side effects, can be the ultimate future of healthcare.